Alright, so I'm working on a way to do hides easier. Um, a little trick I've learned, and I'm pretty impressed with it. It's working really well. Um, I've been kind of running some trial and error through it a little bit lately, and it's all coming out pretty good. So let me turn this around and show you what I'm kind of got going on here. So if we go over here, this hide still has moisture in it, and I'm I'm standing on one end and pulling the hide, and basically all I'm trying to do is get it to go from this rawhide state here, right when it gets to that color there, and as long as it turns white, that's what I'm after. And so every hour or so, I come over here and I do that. That's getting down into the neck, and so it is really thick, and it takes forever for the moisture to leave it. So that's the last part that dries, but the rest of this is all, it's mostly out of, the moisture is mostly out of it. I'll leave it hanging up. But I'm doing the same process that everybody else uses, basically, as far as lye, vinegar, and then I actually lye it one more time, then vinegar it again, and then dry it out. Go into the oils, brains, eggs, and soap mix, whatever you're going to use for your oil mix. But all that doesn't change. I'm just throwing one more thing into the mix. But I will, when this neck piece starts drying and I get to stretch it out, probably about before I go to bed, I'm going to lay this thing out and let it dry, and I'm not going to touch it again. Once that happens, this is what you end up with. It is white, essentially, you know, like it should be, but it's like semi-rawhide. And that's once an hour just pulling it side to side, front to back. That's what I'm getting it to break down to, and it's still, that piece there almost wants to break with my hand. But the whole time I'm not using a breaking beam. I'm not using anything like that. It's cold as hell outside right now. I'm not going to go out there and play with it. But what I end up with is, like, this is half done. And this piece here is actually almost gone back to rawhide. You can see the lines where I've stretched it, but I didn't stretch it all the way. And so it's semi-flexible, right? But, and over here, there we go. That stuff's still like the other hide I just showed you. It's fine. And when I get done, that's what it'll end up with, is a, and get back a little bit, a nice soft, it's just like a regular brain tan hide. There's no difference coming about it. And instead of using a breaking beam and all that, let's see here. Watch out, dog. Where's my bar at? What I'm ending up using is just this stick with a wedge in it. It's just a piece of wood, and then I've knobbed over the end. But see if my dog will allow me to get in here. But I'm doing it. Let's see how hard this is going to be with one hand. All I'm doing is this. And in about 15 minutes, because of this new little trick I'm learning, or trying out, in about 15 minutes of doing that, I'll do it this way, and then I'll do the part back this way. And in a matter of minutes, I can have an area completely broke, and most of this hide is broke. Actually, this is all done over into here. But All I have left is this little trim around here and then this rawhide piece. But this rawhide piece used to actually extend clear into here, and it's all broke in this whole section now. That piece I stopped right before I started picking up the camera, but that piece there is a little firm, but I'll run it different directions, and I think some of the upper epidermal didn't get scraped off right there. But anyway, I will tell you that I did double lie it, but that was not the entire trick that I did. And I'm using actual lye because I didn't want to do wood ash and have the mix come out wrong. I wanted a solid control, so I knew it was going to be right. So I took out all the variables, you know, in the situation. But hi Panzer. But anyway, I'm not going to share my actual tip, the thing I learned, because I kind of want to enjoy the fact that I found something new to brain tanning. But I will tell you that it is out there. It has nothing to do with chemicals or additives or anything like that. And it makes your job a lot. I can do this whole hide in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Some of them, one of them I had done, took me about half an hour, but that was it. Anyway, not to ruin your day and not tell you what it is, but it's out there. You just got to figure it out. I will probably come off of it eventually, but it's cutting my work down a whole lot. All right, bye.